5 vitamins seniors should avoid. They're destroying your leg strength. Have you ever wondered why your legs keep getting weaker, even though you take vitamins and supplements every day to stay healthy? Many people over 60 believe that vitamins are the safest, sometimes even the necessary choice to maintain energy, strong bones, and healthy muscles. But the surprising truth is this: some of the very vitamins you rely on may actually be silently making your legs weaker, less steady, and less flexible. Once you reach your 60s, your legs aren't just a way to get around. They're the foundation of your independence, your ability to care for yourself, and your chance to fully enjoy your later years. But when muscles begin to weaken, every step feels heavier. Even standing up from a chair becomes a challenge, and the risk of falls and injuries rises dramatically. What's truly concerning is that the cause isn't always aging. It may actually be hidden in the very vitamin pills you're swallowing every day. Think about this. Do you often get nighttime leg cramps? Do your calves tire quickly when climbing stairs? Or do your legs feel heavy like lead after just a short walk? These symptoms are often brushed aside as just aging, not enough exercise, or not drinking enough water. But in reality, they may be warning signs that your body has too much, or not enough, of certain vitamins, leaving your muscles and nerves unable to work the way they should. Recent studies have revealed an uncomfortable truth. Too much calcium can stiffen your muscles. Too much iron can leave them fatigued. High doses of vitamin E can disrupt nerve balance. Excess vitamin D can trigger cramps. And a buildup of vitamin B6 can damage the very nerves that control your muscles. The irony is that these 5 vitamins are some of the most common ones older adults rely on every single day. In this video, we're going to unmask 5 vitamins that may seem harmless, but could actually be undermining the strength of your legs. And we won't stop at warnings. I'll also show you smarter, safer choices, from natural foods to simple ways to improve absorption without overusing supplements. So let's begin this journey into the surprising truth about those familiar vitamin pills and discover how you can protect your legs, and with them, your independence. Vitamin number 1, calcium. For decades, calcium has been promoted as the foundation of bone and joint health. Many of us have heard the same advice repeated again and again. If you don't take calcium, your bones will become brittle and break easily. From family doctors, to TV commercials, to friendly reminders at senior fitness clubs, the message has been drilled into us. That's why taking a daily calcium pill has become such a common habit among people over 60. But the truth isn't that simple. Calcium is certainly essential, but when you take in too much from supplements, especially without combining it properly with other key nutrients, it can become a double-edged sword that actually harms your legs. Instead of strengthening your bones, excess calcium can stiffen your muscles, trigger cramps, and leave you feeling fatigued. At first, these effects are subtle. You climb the stairs and notice your legs feel heavier than usual. At night, you wake up with sudden calf cramps. You might assume it's just aging, dehydration, or too much walking that day. But few realize that behind these seemingly harmless signs is a mineral imbalance in the body. Calcium plays a critical role in muscle contraction. It helps your muscles tighten when needed. But for muscles to relax and return to their resting state, your body needs another mineral, magnesium. When you overload on calcium without enough magnesium, that balance is lost. The result? Muscles that struggle to relax, leading to cramps, stiffness, and persistent fatigue. Suddenly, standing up from a chair feels harder, a short walk wears you out, and even standing still can leave your legs trembling. What's more dangerous is that excess calcium in the blood can cause vascular calcification. In this case, the calcium doesn't go into your bones. It deposits in your artery walls instead, making them stiff and less flexible. That reduces the flow of blood, oxygen, and nutrients to your muscles, weakening your legs over time. You may notice more frequent fatigue when walking, or feel as though your legs are not listening, heavy and drained of energy. Research shows that many older adults in the US are actually taking too much calcium. The irony is that their everyday diet often already provides enough. Milk, cheese, yogurt, leafy green vegetables, almonds, and fortified foods are all rich sources of calcium. Yet because of the belief that more is better, many continue to take calcium pills, turning calcium into a burden rather than a benefit. So what's the safer path? First, don't assume that just because you're over 60, you need to take a calcium pill every day. Instead, take a closer look at your diet. If you're already eating dairy, leafy greens, and fortified foods, chances are you're meeting your daily calcium needs without supplements. Second, remember that calcium doesn't work alone. It needs the support of vitamin D, vitamin K2, and magnesium to go where it belongs, into your bones, rather than wandering off into your arteries. Vitamin D helps absorb calcium, K2 directs it to the bones, and magnesium keeps your muscles functioning smoothly. Without this teamwork, you could end up with excess calcium, yet still face osteoporosis and muscle weakness. Third, always consult your doctor before taking high-dose or long-term calcium supplements. Everyone's health situation is different. Some may truly need extra calcium, but many do not. A simple blood test can tell you your current calcium levels, helping you avoid the trap of taking more when you already have enough. Finally, don't forget that natural foods are still the safest source of calcium. A meal with low-fat milk, a serving of leafy greens, or a handful of almonds doesn't just provide calcium, it also delivers a range of other nutrients that help keep the body in balance. Vitamin number 2, iron. For many people, iron is thought of as the key nutrient for maintaining energy. Countless older adults believe that whenever they feel tired, dizzy, or short of breath, it must mean they're low on iron, and the simplest solution is to take an iron supplement. After all, iron is responsible for carrying oxygen in the blood, so a shortage of iron means less oxygen for the body, which leads to fatigue. This belief has made iron pills seem like a lifeline for people over 60. But here's the harsh truth. The majority of older adults are not iron deficient, and taking too much iron can quietly undermine muscle strength, especially in your legs. First, let's look at the difference between younger and older adults. In younger people, iron deficiency is relatively common. Women of childbearing age lose blood each month, and active lifestyles demand higher iron intake. But after 60, especially in men and postmenopausal women, iron needs drop dramatically, and the risk of deficiency is much lower. Yet old habits and outdated advice still lead many older adults to take iron daily without realizing their bodies already have more than enough. When iron intake exceeds the body's needs, there's no quick way to get rid of the excess. Instead of simply passing through, iron begins to accumulate in tissues and organs, including the liver, heart, and muscles. This buildup disrupts normal muscle function, leaving you feeling fatigued, achy, and weak in the arms and legs, even without heavy activity. Another problem lies in the very chemistry of iron. Iron is a highly oxidative metal. When there's too much in the body, it easily fuels reactions that generate free radicals, those aggressive molecules that attack cells and cause oxidative stress. In the muscles, free radicals damage muscle fibers, making it harder for them to recover after activity. You may notice this through very specific signs. Even a short walk leaves your legs sore for days, or you experience unexplained muscle aches that you assume are just aging, but in reality, they may be the result of excess iron. It doesn't stop there. Too much iron also interferes with the absorption of magnesium, a mineral essential for muscle relaxation and steady nerve function. When magnesium is pushed aside, muscles struggle to release after contracting, which leads to cramps, stiffness, and tingling in the legs and arms. Many older adults have found themselves jolted awake at night by a severe calf cramp, without realizing the culprit could be the iron pill they take every day. Another serious concern is that iron overload, hemochromatosis, often shows no obvious symptoms in its early stages. People may only feel tired, achy, or weak in their legs and mistake it for getting older. By the time it's discovered, iron may have already built up enough to damage the liver and heart, or even increase the risk of type 2 diabetes. So what's the safer solution? First, remember that iron supplements should only be taken if a doctor has diagnosed iron deficiency anemia. Don't self-prescribe iron just because you feel tired. Second, prioritize iron from natural foods, lean meats, organ meats like liver, spinach, beans, and fortified grains. And when paired with foods rich in vitamin C, such as oranges, strawberries, or bell peppers, your body absorbs iron much more efficiently. This natural approach is safer and far less likely to cause iron overload. Third, if you're worried about ongoing fatigue, get a blood test instead of reaching for supplements on your own. The cause may not be iron deficiency at all. It could be poor sleep, a shortage of another vitamin, or even side effects from medication. Blindly supplementing doesn't just fail to solve the problem, it can actually make your legs feel heavier and weaker. Vitamin number 3, vitamin E. Vitamin E has long been praised as a kind of anti-aging miracle. People believe it keeps the heart strong, slows memory decline, maintains youthful skin, and helps ward off disease. That's why many older adults add extra vitamin E to their routine every day, hoping it will protect their overall health. But here's the surprising truth. Too much vitamin E, especially from high-dose supplements, can gradually weaken your legs, throw off your balance, and raise your risk of falls. First, let's look at how vitamin E works. It's a powerful antioxidant that protects cells from free radical damage. Yes, our bodies absolutely need it. But as the saying goes, too much of a good thing can be harmful. When vitamin E builds up beyond safe levels, it starts interfering with vitamin K, a nutrient essential for blood clotting and for delivering nourishment to muscles. When vitamin K is blocked, your blood doesn't clot properly, and your muscles don't get enough nutrients and oxygen. The result? Weaker legs, easier bruising from even minor bumps, and reduced mobility. On top of that, high doses of vitamin E can thin the blood excessively. At low doses, this effect may benefit the heart, but at high doses, it becomes a risk. You may feel dizzy, lightheaded, or disoriented when standing up suddenly. For people over 60 who already face a higher risk of falling, this imbalance can have serious consequences: hip fractures, head injuries, and a loss of independence in daily life. Many older adults have shared that after just a few months of taking high-dose vitamin E, they began to feel less steady on their feet. Their steps grew shaky, and sometimes they slipped easily when going downstairs. The irony is striking. They took vitamin E to protect their health, but ended up creating the very problem they feared most: weak, unstable legs. Research has echoed these concerns. Several studies in older adults have shown that those who used high-dose vitamin E long-term had a much higher risk of falls compared to those who didn't. This tells us that the side effects of vitamin E aren't just theoretical. They have a direct impact on quality of life. What's more, many people don't even realize they're overdosing. Beyond standalone supplements, vitamin E is also found in multivitamins, dietary supplements, and even fortified foods. This accumulation can easily push total intake far beyond daily needs without anyone noticing. So what's the safer approach? First, prioritize vitamin E from natural foods rather than from high-dose pills. Nuts, like almonds and sunflower seeds. Vegetable oils, such as olive and sunflower oil, and leafy greens are all rich sources of vitamin E. When it comes from food, the amount is usually balanced with other nutrients and rarely leads to excess. Second, if you're currently taking a vitamin E supplement, stop and ask yourself why. Do you truly need it? Was it prescribed by a doctor based on blood tests, or is it just an old habit or the influence of advertising? If there's no clear medical reason, stopping high-dose vitamin E and replacing it with a balanced diet may help restore your body's natural stability. Remember, vitamin E is not a miracle cure for aging. It's still important, but moderation is the key. A handful of almonds, some leafy greens, and a drizzle of olive oil in your meals will give you a safe, effective dose of vitamin E. High-dose supplements, on the other hand, can become a silent trap, robbing your legs of the strength that underpins the independence you treasure after 60. Vitamin number 4, vitamin D. Among the most celebrated vitamins, vitamin D always ranks at the top. It's called the sunshine vitamin, essential for strong bones, a robust immune system, and a positive mood. In the U.S., countless older adults have made taking a daily vitamin D pill a routine, viewing it as a shield against illness. But here's a truth that rarely gets mentioned. When taken in excess, vitamin D can weaken your legs, trigger cramps, and make walking more difficult. Vitamin D plays an important role in helping the body absorb calcium from food. At first glance, that sounds perfect. The more vitamin D you have, the more calcium gets into your bones, making them stronger. But the body doesn't work that simply. When vitamin D levels get too high, calcium absorption surges as well, leading to a condition called hypercalcemia, too much calcium in the blood. Instead of strengthening bones, the excess calcium starts building up in the blood and soft tissues, creating dangerous side effects. In the muscles, this overload of calcium disrupts the normal contract-relax cycle. Normally, calcium helps muscles contract, while magnesium and potassium allow them to relax. But when calcium in the blood becomes excessive, this balance collapses. Muscles grow stiff, struggle to relax, and become prone to cramps. Many older adults describe frequent calf tightness or being suddenly jolted awake at night by painful leg cramps, rarely suspecting that the real culprit might be their daily vitamin D pill. It's not just the muscles. Excess vitamin D also impacts circulation. When calcium deposits in the artery walls, blood vessels gradually stiffen, reducing their ability to deliver oxygen and nutrients to the leg muscles. The result is heaviness, fatigue, and quick exhaustion whenever you walk or climb stairs. This isn't just inconvenient. It also raises the risk of falls and the loss of independence in daily living. What's especially concerning is that many older adults today take vitamin D out of habit or based on outdated advice, without realizing they may already be getting enough from fortified foods, milk, eggs, fatty fish, or even just a few minutes of morning sun. Adding high-dose supplements on top of that is like pouring fuel on the fire. The symptoms of excess vitamin D are often mistaken for normal aging: fatigue, muscle aches, trouble sleeping, or that heavy leg feeling. But in reality, these may be clear warning signs that your body's overloaded with vitamin D. The solution is not complicated. First, check your blood levels of vitamin D before deciding to take high-dose supplements. This helps you know whether your body truly needs it. Second, prioritize natural sources of vitamin D. Just 10 to 15 minutes of morning sunlight, along with salmon, sardines, eggs, and fortified milk, is often enough to maintain healthy levels. And most importantly, avoid using megadoses for long periods unless closely supervised by a doctor. Vitamin D remains a golden friend in later life, but the dosage makes all the difference. Taken properly, it strengthens bones, supports muscles, and keeps the mind sharp. Overused, however, it becomes a double-edged sword, stiffening muscles, weakening your legs, and turning every step into a burden. Vitamin number 5, vitamin B6. Within the B vitamin group, B6 is often highlighted as a key for nerve and brain health. People believe it helps turn food into energy, keeps the mind clear, and may even lower the risk of dementia. Many over 60 have come to see B6 pills as an important part of their daily supplement routine, hoping to stay sharp and keep their legs steady. But what few realize is that when B6 builds up in the body, it can quietly damage the nerves, gradually weakening muscles and making each step more unsteady. Some people describe their experience like this: "My legs feel numb, as if I'm walking on cotton, unable to sense exactly where my feet land." Or, "I struggle to keep my balance and often stumble when stepping over a doorway." These troubling sensations are often dismissed as normal aging, yet in reality, they can be an early warning sign of vitamin B6 toxicity. What makes this issue even more concerning is how widespread vitamin B6 has become in supplements. Many products on the market include it: multivitamins, so-called brain boosters, even energy drinks promoted as healthy. When you take more than one of these products at the same time, you may unknowingly push your body into overload. So what's the safer solution? First, carefully check the nutrition labels of all the vitamins and supplements you are currently using. If you notice vitamin B6 listed multiple times across different products, there's a strong chance you are exceeding safe levels without realizing it. Second, prioritize getting vitamin B6 from natural foods, which are not only sufficient but far safer. Bananas, potatoes, fish, and chicken are excellent sources. Unlike supplements, your body absorbs nutrients from whole foods gradually and regulates them naturally, making it very rare to reach toxic levels. The key takeaway is that more is not always better when it comes to vitamins. By paying attention to labels and leaning on real food, you can protect your nerves, preserve your balance, and keep your legs strong for the years ahead. Finally, if you've started noticing signs like numb feet, weak muscles, or unsteady walking, don't brush them off. Talk to your doctor and ask to have your B6 levels checked. In many cases, simply stopping supplements for a while allows the body to recover, and your legs can gradually regain their strength. Vitamin B6 is still an important nutrient for brain function and energy. But for those over 60, moderation is the key. From natural foods, it's a faithful friend. From overused supplements, it can turn into a silent saboteur, stealing your steadiness and your confidence with every step. We've just taken quite a journey together, uncovering 5 vitamins that may seem like health boosters, but when used the wrong way, can quietly weaken your legs day by day. All of this points to one crucial truth: more is not always better. The good news is that you have the power to change. By taking a closer look at your medicine cabinet and the bottles of vitamins sitting on the shelf, asking your doctor which ones you truly need, and prioritizing nutrition from natural foods, you can lift a huge burden off your muscles, nerves, and heart. Instead of relying on pills, let vegetables, fruits, fish, eggs, dairy, and the gentle morning sunlight become your main sources of nourishment. Alongside that, make movement a daily priority, whether it's walking, stretching, or simple exercises like standing up and sitting down from a chair. These habits may seem small, but they help keep your legs strong, steady, and flexible. Remember, the strength of your legs is the foundation of your independence. Every steady step not only allows you to move around, but also lets you enjoy your senior years more fully, with freedom, confidence, and the joy of not depending on anyone else. And often just a small adjustment in how you use vitamins can turn weak and shaky legs into steps filled with strength and energy. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Are you currently taking any of these vitamins every day? And after hearing today's discussion, do you think you'll make changes to your supplement routine? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your personal experience might become an inspiration for thousands of other seniors watching this right now. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button so I know the message reached you. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so each week you'll receive practical, easy-to-follow health tips designed specifically for people over 60 in the US. Start today, set aside unnecessary supplements, choose smarter and safer ways to nourish your body, and allow your legs to stay strong and reliable companions on your journey through the golden years.